Hey there, what if something that you have had your entire life, your name, has been quietly pointing you back to the truth of who you really are? Not defining you, but reflecting to you. The question then is, are you actually embracing what your name is showing you? Hey there, everybody. Welcome to All Is Within. This is Michael, and I'm here to help you reconnect with the truth of who you are by finding the truth that resides within. So first off, as we look at this question today, the title here is Your Name Holds Clues. Are you embracing them? And we're going to go through a little bit here in regards to my name and how this breakdown. Then we're going to walk through and we're going to give you a prompt yourself that you can use to do your own exploration and discovery to see what might your name be telling you. Well, first off, your name in and of itself, it doesn't define you per se. It's not as though your name prescribes fate and you have no choice in that matter or anything. Your name simply serves as a mirror, a reflection point for you. It serves as a clue coming from within. Now, if you're like me, you've never really looked into the aspect of your name. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I remember looking into, well, we did an exercise or something. I think it was at church where, what does the name Michael mean? What does my first name mean? And I remember very vaguely that I think it meant something like with God or of God, but I'm not fully sure. That was a long, long time ago. And I certainly never looked into, well, what does my middle name mean? And how about my last name? And then what happens if you combine the three names together? Michael Dennis Kolbeck. My full name. What is the meaning there? So our first step in this discovery process is to just allow ourselves to get curious, right? And have a little fun with it. Everything in life, when you're doing discovery and you're doing exploration, it's about getting curious. It's about saying, let's just see what's here. I'm going to go through my name here. I've got a little bit written on the board, but I'm also going to show this on screen. I started with my last name, the last name of Kolbeck. Its origin is German, likely Low German, Northern German. And the etymology or the breakdown is that Kohl can either mean cabbage or possibly charcoal, depending on the dialect at the time. And that Beck refers to a stream or a brook or small flowing water. It is a place or a local based surname describing someone who lives near a natural feature of the land. So it could be summed up, the last name of Kolbeck can be summed up as a grounded being connected to the flow of life and transformation. Now, if we move on to my middle name, then my middle name is Dennis. That happens to be my dad's first name. Dennis is my middle name. Its origin is Greek via Latin, has European usage. Its root name is Dionysios, which is, of course, then connected to Dionysus. And Dionysian symbolism is ecstasy, joy, liberation, breaking constraints, divine madness or divine transcendence. I love that. Nature, fertility, life force, energy. And the interpretation of this middle name of Dennis is one who embodies liberation, joy, and the breaking of rigid structures to return to natural truth. Going on into my first name now, Michael. Its origin is Hebrew. Its original form is Mikhail, and the breakdown is my, which goes to who, ka, which is like or as, and el, which is God or divine, meaning who is like God, or who can compare to the divine. It is connected to Archangel Michael. It symbolizes divine authority, protection, truth, spiritual warrior energy, alignment with higher truth. And a deeper interpretation of this, of the word or the name Michael, is a reminder of divine nature and sovereignty. There is nothing above the truth of the divine. So here's the beautiful thing. We've got my first name, my middle name, and my last name. We've got them all defined and broken down. And that's what I have written up on the board here is their definition and their breaking down. But then the more beautiful thing is we can take this and we can add these together, the first name plus the middle name plus the last name. And by combining these together, we can get what I like to term is an energetic signature for ourselves, right? So mine distills down, all of this distills down into a divine being who brings liberation and truth into the world, grounded in the natural flow of life and transformation. And I love that. When I put it together, I'm like, oh my God, it's like all of these things I've been thinking about for the last 10 years, and in truth, that I've been thinking about all of my life. It's like all right there in my name. It makes so much sense to me now why I think about the things that I do, why I think the way that I do. I love nature. I love truth. I tend to resist, scoff at rules, especially very dogmatic things, or this is the way we've always done it. Kind of scoff at authority in some contexts, I guess. And one of the phrases that I have that's on a picture out in my living room is, we are spiritual beings having human experiences. That's the encapsulation of all of this to me. So for me, seeing that breakdown and then distilling them all and putting them together just makes perfect sense. And it really is a confirmation for me of what I already knew to be true. So we want to look at this. We want to take a look as we're going to move into now, what does your name mean? What does your name see? Understanding the symbolism in your name, it's not about becoming something or someone new. It's not about defining how you have to be. It's just looking at it and saying, what is it that I recognize in the symbolism of my name and the meaning of my names? And when you put these three names together, what is it that resonates with me? What is it that doesn't? And then getting curious about those things. And remember that when you do this exercise that we're going to go through here in a moment, the part that doesn't feel comfortable, the part that doesn't resonate with you about what this is, that's okay. Maybe that's a part of you that you're not really comfortable with. Maybe it's a part of you you haven't fully acknowledged yet. I know if I had done this same exercise 10, 15, 20 years ago, as much as I would have liked it, I was so busy with life and so busy searching for all the answers out there rather than searching in here, that I would have looked at it and been like, yeah, okay, it's, okay, I get a little bit of that. I would have just moved on to the next thing. I would have glossed it over. And I wouldn't have been able to get real value out of it because of the fact I know myself well enough back in that previous version of me where I just would have moved on. I wouldn't have taken the time to sit with it. And in part because I probably at that point wasn't ready for some of the truths that my name would have reflected back to me. So, for those of you who are ready and those of you who are willing, let's take a look at this exercise here. If you want to explore more for yourself, here's a simple way to do it. Insert the following prompt into ChatGPT or any other AI of your choice that works. And even if you don't have an account like with ChatGPT, you can use ChatGPT. Now, I think you get up to 5 prompts a day for free. So you can put this prompt in there without having to pay anything for it. Just go ahead, put this prompt in there. This prompt's going to display on screen here. I would like to explore the deeper meaning of my name. My first name, of course, insert your first name there. And then please do the following. Break down each part of my name, first, middle, and last, the origin, the root words, the literal meaning. And then second, provide a deeper symbolic interpretation of each name. Thirdly, combine all parts of my name into a unified interpretation, describing the overall energetic or archetypal expression of the full name. And then offer a short, distilled, or poetic summary that captures the essence of the full name. Please keep the interpretation grounded, reflective, and insightful, not deterministic or predictive. And if you happen to do dictation with your AI like I do, where I don't type everything out and you're speaking it out, make sure that you spell out your name when you put in the prompt to ensure that you've got the proper spelling for AI to work with there. All right. And then take some time. Take some time to read through what is reflected back to you. Take some time alone and sit with it. And then begin to break it down internally for you. This is where you start to notice, like, what do you feel about this symbolism, about the meaning, about the etymology of each of these names that's been given to you, about the output that has been giving to you, this new information, right? This is a discovery moment. Look at, where does each name come from? What qualities does it reflect? Do they resonate with me? What doesn't resonate with me? And then ask, well, that's interesting. Why doesn't that resonate with me? What seems very true? What doesn't seem true about this to you? And again, ask why. And finally, you can ask yourself, what part of this am I already living in my life? And what part of this am I not yet believing or embracing? You see, understanding your name symbolically and energetically, it's not about becoming someone new. It's about simply using your name as a quiet mirror of what you may or may not fully be embracing in your life yet. When I look at mine now, I find myself going, hell yes. This is what I have really been working towards for the last 10 years. And I didn't even know any of this. I didn't have any of this information then, or this understanding, this reflection of what my names meant. So to me, it was this profound confirmation. This is simply a way, an exercise that we can better know ourselves. That we sit and we notice, what do we feel as we look at these things? What kind of thoughts come through as we're reading the response that we received on the meanings of our names? And just get curious. That is what the detective does. Now, if you really like this and you want to go a step even further, take a look at the significant relationships that you've had in your life previously, or maybe that you are in right now. Take a look at that individual's first name, middle name, and last name. Maybe it was somebody you were married to at one time, right? And what kind of clues come out in terms of what their name means? And then when you combine with the name of the meaning of your names, and let's see what comes through for you with each of these. I found out some profound things for myself there as well. As always, have fun with this. Don't make this is not a judgmental thing. This is just a fun exercise we're doing. We're getting curious with ourselves. When we get curious with ourselves, it allows us to say, yeah, that resonates with me. I really like that. I'm going to keep that. And things that don't resonate with you, that's fine. They don't have to. You can let those things go. right? If you found something useful in this today, I'd love for you to click subscribe so that you can get updates when new videos come out. And if you found this useful, or you have some profound experience, or you just want to make a comment, I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments below, click the like button, and as always, blessings and love to each of you.